I've been waiting for too long.
Okay, everyone. Hello, everyone. Once again, the game we've all been waiting for is finally here. The two tier 1 teams clashing against each other, Shinigami versus Fluffy. And trust me, there is excitement in my voice because we are finally having our guest with us tonight. It's an honor to have you with us, Carl. Hello, man. How you doing? Good evening, man.
I'm glad to be here. First of all, you should have, shouted off Fisayo first, man. You guys have been having such an amazing job the whole evening. I watched the first game. I was doing schoolwork, watching the game at the same time. It was amazing work. Also, the female caster, big shout out to her. And I'm glad to be here, guys. I am so glad. And Shinigami versus Fluffy, the team I don't think I've actually heard about their name before. But yeah, you guys tell me how does Fluffy cope in this, guys?
Yeah, and Fisayo, of course, with me tonight. Hello, Fisayo. How you doing? Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Carl, all honor to whom honor is due. So to is due rather, I said due. All honor to whom honor is due. Aha. So it makes sense for Black to mention you first. I mean, you are a celebrity in this an authority in this line. Yeah, you are an authority in this line. So of course, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that. There's no way besides making you blush, guy. That's crazy, man. Anyways, guys, we are live and we can see picks and bans really happening. I said the Hayabusa being banned. That's one of my favorite heroes we're going to play. Hayabusa being banned. Carry as well. Those are high boss damage MMs you never want to go up against in a 1v1 close range. Getting a very vital ban. And Black, what do you think of all the other two bans on the screen right now?
Yeah, I like the bans, and because Yuson Shin was very deadly in the first game. We saw how the Yuson Shin was able to deal so much damage, dive into the backline without traceless, and the carry as well. That's a melt that right there, and also Hayabusa being banned. That's also a good one as well. So and Dice going for a Grok Fisayo. Well, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean, since they've banned out the carry, which is high buster MM, like Carl mentioned, I think this is the go ahead to go for a hero. You know, the Grok is kind of slow, so of course it will further for like food for the carry. But the carry not being in the match will give the Grok more opportunity to set up those earthen rampants and those tectonic charges even easier. But then again, we can see Holy Crystal on. I thought Holy Crystal was supposed to go mid though, but it looks like he's on the MM side this time. And on Shinigami's side, we have CC, we have Apostle. Apostle. Wait, Shinigami was an Apostle.
Mm-hmm. They do have an apostle indeed, and I am personally, it looks like the same person, but it isn't. Okay, there's a font diff-ish there, but still, Kamilivi, Guinevere, Jungle. Any thoughts?
Personally, I mean, I like to experiment things. So this is one I'm very sure I've done before. Guinevere Jung can actually really work. She's got the damage, for the early game or up into that mid game as well. She's a very vital hero, but it's all going to come down to who the enemy picks are. Who the enemy picks, Jungle's picks is going to be like this. Invading Guinevere is a little bit easy, in the early game there.
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
Yep, I gotta agree with you there. Now the Leo mod is banned, and you know very well that Shinigami's bans are more damage focused, you say.
Yeah, I think they are trying to target some of the main heroes on Fluffy's side. But if we happen to see, are we going to see? Okay, looks like they're changing this on Esmeralda, a bit undecided there, Super Saiyan. But I think they are the last three draft they have, the Eve, the Claude, and the Grok. I think they are pretty solid. And then they will had another very tanky hero. I mean, I think I mentioned earlier that them banning out the Grok will give them the carry rather will give them the go ahead to use more tanky heroes, and look like they are going for that, Black.
And now Nero might want to reiterate what Jin did in the last game now. Okay, switching away from the Sora now, and maybe an Xborg, man. Whoever he picks, they're definitely gonna have a difficult time there. But now Nero switching over to the Esmeralda, it's gonna be what he's gonna settle for. And Joe as well on that Kalir. This is the first time we are seeing the Kalir this evening. So yeah, Joe is definitely going to be bringing something new here. And Super Saiyan on that Uranus, Carl. If we know anything about Uranus, we know that Fluffy has a lot of sustain on their team.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the Benny's there. They've got a Grok as well for that, the whole control. And then, but I'm looking at the other team here, Shinigami as well. You can see the fact they have 3 magic damage. They've got the Lunox, they've got the Benefit, they've got the Esme as well. This could be, this could get very, very tricky very fast. CC as well for that sustain coming in. The battle of sustain is now in the EXP, Renis and CC. I think that's one of the battles where it's just keep attacking me or keep attacking you. We keep carrying minions. Whatever happens, till eventually we get third party. But I mean, this is just going to be a 1v1 that never ends, I think.
Yeah,
that never ends. Indeed, that's like that's a very nice way to put it. A 1v1 that never ends is a sustain versus sustain. Besides a Stardust dance versus the Ionic Edge.
Yeah, I mean, these guys want to fight. That's the thing. We can see Shinigami, they have no marksman on their side, just full on sustain fighters that can drag a fight so long. I mean, these guys, they really want to fight. While Fluffy, on the other hand, they go for something more standard, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, again, I'm just, no MM, at times it does work. Most times it actually does work. It all comes down to teams and the strategy you guys have together. Ganking is a very important thing in a game like this, but ultimately, that late game advantage might come in favor of the team that actually has a marksman. But again, it all happens. It all comes down to, are they going to get to that lead team? But we're gonna see what happens as now we are heading in finally to the 5v5 and Black take us away, man.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, looks like a cut from Super Saiyan here on the EXP lane, and Nero is trying to keep him away. And the man is confident. I like the confidence on the Esmeralda. Fisayo starting out well, but still, they know their early game advantage.
Yeah, like Carl mentioned, it's a 1v1 that never ends. As the radiant stacks on Super Saiyan keeps increasing, so does Esmeralda's Frost Moon casket. Can just steal the shield from the Uranus while the Uranus keeps healing back with his radiance. A 1v1 that never ends indeed. But here we have to focus on the mid lane now. And the Lethal, a lot of damage going on. And looks like Jim might be overturned back.
And it's just early game skirmish over the Lethal here. Nothing too serious. Rotation from Dice to keep the vision, and Big Face just staying behind that Grok. I'm just offering protection here, Carl.
And the one thing that I don't like about Nolans is how they are very heavily dependent on the fact they have to actually farm. So if there's a chance here where Nolan is on the farm, then he might just be a -1 already for them. But I mean, Kalia's overextending. She keeps trying to get those pokes, and you can see how critically low her health has gotten. Nolan now for a single easy pick, but I don't think anybody's going to fall for that trap. He's still here hiding there somewhere. Esme not an easy one tap. They all go in, and they are going to not take that fight. So save work for Sion. Save work.
Yeah, I think they still want to go for the fight though, but yeah, they will be disengaging, and Nina Spooky might be waiting for his blue here before going for the turtle. Okay, just trying to take probably one of his the lizard at the back, but Shinigami won't waste time. Kamiliva is already on Earthen Rampart, is out trying to delay the turtle a bit, but it seems that won't work. Big Face is making his way. Big Face already has the reward manipulation here, and we can see the Esme and the Uranus just doing their thing down here. Okay, look at this full on fight here.
Manipulation as well. Nino Poke able to get away now. Dice in the midst of 1v4. Make that a 1v5 first blood drawn. And Spacian will fall now. Nero chasing them down. Dice is low. Defending Big Face. Body hits, but that's the tidal dive from Joe. And now Blessed White to the back line. Only Crystal. The Purify committed as well. Dice is still body hitting and taking those hits for his squishies. And that's exactly what a Grok can do, Carl.
I mean, pretty ironic there. Uranus the first blow. That's not something you see that often, but again, did happen. Again, the fact there's a lot of magic damage. Uranus in a game like this, and he doesn't really have a lot of magic defensive ideas for myself, so it's going to be a problem for him eventually, especially if they keep ganking the guy. Eventually, he might be on the farm. But again, look at that mid lane, and nobody's overextending. Cloud versus the CC, and I mean, if you're a Cloud at this point, just play safe. You have no reason whatsoever to play outside turret here. Play safe, keep farming the minions that actually come through, and now he's going to get a little bit of help there as they now go in. CC left alone, Kalia close by. The 4v2, they're not going to take that fight, as they are just going to back down and keep farming. But look at the bottom. Look at Esme there. She's still just trying to cut the lane, and she's been doing that the whole freaking game.
She can. I mean, Esmeralda just Nero knows that he can, and that's one of the advantages when you have an Esmeralda there, and you don't exactly have a marksman that can really melt you down really quickly. The carry was banned, so Shinigami knew what they were doing when they made that carry ban. So
Yeah, indeed. And against the Uranus, I think the Esmeralda is actually advantageous here for the fact that, oh, they might take out dice. And yeah, of course, Apostle takes out dice. Okay, back to the Esmeralda I was talking about. But the lack of CC on the Uranus makes him very easy picking for the Esmeralda. She can just keep using the Frost Moon Shield and the Stardust Dance to heal up, nothing to delay her. But when it gets full team fight, look at my jump on Nina Spooky here. No, when it comes to a full-on team fight, you might have to watch out for the CC coming from Dice especially. But right now, I think he's just styling doing his thing here. Big Face might be overextending. Yep, and of course that's the dive on him.
Purify committed now, but no! This now does dance, and the Nero finds him, and now the total taking uncontested touch like that, Carl.
It's already 3-0. Things are not looking good right now. If you're Fluffy, Shinigami absolutely controlling how the game is going to be played here. Nolan in turrets, not really a good fight to take, bro. You can just see Esme. She's one job, literally. Cut the lane, go help the team, come back, cut the lane again, go back, help the team. She's just been doing that the whole game. And so far, it's really been working. As if you're Fluffy now, you have to find ways to counter that movement from her. And CC also putting Claude at a lower farm than she currently is.
Now Julu, now there's the PO, Blazing the Wet, and now the content call restraining the Blazing the Wet, a great content call. Now Boogie, Holy Crystal will fall, Apostle finds the kill there. Now they will retreat. Both teams have to disengage losses on the side of Fluffy. The Big Face now trying to defend that tier 1 up top. Meanwhile, Dice is there as well. He's got that tech charge. The Ether Rampart is there as well. Now onto the other side. Tech charge defensively. No, that was a missed tech charge actually. Now RWM committed. Big Face is getting attacked by Nero and trying to get into safety of the turret, but Nero gonna have to let him go. Meanwhile, the dive with the snappy slap with the Purify from Holy Crystal to counter that, and now Sebastian is taking a lot of hits from the Yo-Yo plate, able to get away. That's not something you see every day, Misayo. Uranus retreating.
Yeah, I mean, Nero has actually made him kind of useless right here. There's nothing more Sebastian can do except to body block. Okay, look at him, I jump on Luna Spooky here, and of course it will fall. There's nothing much you can do on a Nolan. Okay, he still goes in with the fallen Moon, and Holy Crystal here might be doing more than it should. I think right now the only thing he should be doing is trying to farm up, because right now he's like the only one that can turn this thing around for them. The Esmeralda right now is just styling absolutely. It might be one of the heroes that wins the match for them right now, because I don't think they have anything to answer to this Esmeralda sustained black. Carl, please.
Look at the good effect of that clean kill. Very, very fast. And now Claude goes in. Might get to this wall. Finds Kalia, puts it down. When it's comes to this wall, it's a 1v3 there. I don't think that's a very safe call. He's going to have to back it down. A lot of damage did get done by the maximum there. Again, that's the one thing you need to watch out for. Cloud, when you go into that late game, he's going to be a major problem. But now uncontested, Total once again comes in. And Shinigami is going to get that. Look at the kill thing. 6-1. The GOAT lead, 21 to 16,000. That's a 5,000 GOAT lead there. And if you're a Fluffy right now, like I did say, I don't think up until today I've heard about them before. And man, Fluffy they are being pushed around like Fluffs. And I take that back. I did fight to kill there. And this is a very vital one. The region comes to CC critically low, has to back it down. But now Vinnybear goes in again. Perfect ult. Might get the damage, but not the kill. Uranus, he's still chasing. He's still chasing CC there. My God, he's tired. This is quite the fight now.
Yeah, okay, the Esmeralda comes in now and things might be turning around a bit. Look at, okay, special migration knocks Dice up and he will fall. Yeah, okay, looks like Floppy are coming back in the game right now. The Uranus actually showing why he's the unkillable hero, and Holy Nero seems to be taking too much damage here from Holy Crystal. And like I mentioned, the only person that could probably punish them right now is Holy Crystal, and looks like he's starting to scale up and he's doing that. Blast.
Yeah, he should. It really should, man. Look at the builds right now. He does have a corrosion sky that I think the next thing he should be the Sea Halberd for that anti-heal on the Esmeralda, because you need that. If you want to kill that Esmeralda, you cannot do that without anti-heal, not with the way Nero is playing, Carl.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for the Demon Hunter. I'm not really sure the build shot currently, but again, look at that mid-map come through. They run this now. They're going to catch Lunox off guard. They might get the kill. Lunox critically low. She might fall. And yes, she does. Eve now perfectly also to put them down. Kalia very low, but she's not they're not going to commit to that fight. I've got no idea why. It didn't look like they were controlling how the fight was going, but eventually they said, oh no, we are going to have to back that down. And look at that gold now getting close and closer. It's now 26 and 23, a 3 gold count difference. Nolan able to put, I think we're trying to push that in a little bit there, but has to back it down. Look at the bottom lane again. Esme alone against Mage and the Maxman. But I mean, right now, Fluffy look like they are getting back into the game, and that's the most important thing here. So if you're Shinigami, you've dominated so far. You don't want to have any of those sleep ups and eventually let these guys come back. And my God, I am sad and I want to go and see that happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same here, man. Lord Dance now started there. Dice is there. He wants to zone them out, but he knows that he doesn't have that flicker just yet. Meanwhile, on the other side, Fluffy looking for a chance here. Shinigami as well. A split pushing from Holy Crystal onto the mid lane, but the BMI defensively and an uncontested Lord for Fluffy. Meanwhile, Buki brought back the Tsunami Slam, and that's gonna be the rupture defensively now. That's a 3-man jet charge and a mighty swing. Buki! He finds a kill. This is the way to the back line now. Nero's getting a lot of hits. That's a 1v3. Meanwhile, Super Saiyan with a 1v3 on his head as well. The reverse scenario, but it's Fluffy that take one home as a compensation for that Lord lost, Fisayo.
Yeah, but then again, to be very critical right now, because with the Lord comes a sort of enhanced minion. So the way we're pushing in favor of Shinigami right now, let's hope they can probably get something out of this, Carl.
If you go back to that fight that just happened there, I saw Kalia going to pick up Nolan. There was literally nobody close to her. So, I mean, it's good to go be aggressive, but eventually the Kalia pickups has to happen when you have your teammates around you. And I think she has to work on that. Nolan again sees her there, nobody falls. And right now, Esme again, okay, we're going to get a pause come through. A lot of recalls did get spammed there. But look at where Esme is currently. Look at that. Look at Black. See what Esme did, bro.
I didn't actually catch what Esme did, but I think she was trying to dive inside the turret. Yeah, look at her position. She is inside the turret now.
I mean, I don't know how she got there. I don't know what exactly her game plan is, but she's just she has been really aggressive. You know, the one thing you love in your team is a very aggressive player, especially when they're not feeding like Black. Guys, whenever I play Black, my God, you don't even want to go there. You know, you would have an SP like this on your team is actually aggressive and not feeding, and she's actually doing that. But eventually, if she starts to get too aggressive, Iranis is not getting farmed up as well. The MM as well is going to get a lot of damage in the next 2 minutes as well, and she might need to start slowing things down and moving with the team a little bit more, because if she keeps doing that solo run, Fisayo, I mean, she might start getting picked up very easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she will definitely. I mean, everyone can just use. I feel like the hardest person to kill on the team right now is Esme, and she's the one holding down the front for Shinigami. Once she's out of the picture, I think most of the players on Fluffy side are scared of her. Once she's out of the picture, they can just take everyone else. Even the Kalia, take out the CC, take out the Guinevere. Maybe the Guinevere might give them a bit of a problem, but still they have the damage to take them out, definitely. So yeah, she shouldn't continue doing this. I think the success from the early game is probably still in her blood, still getting to her. She's like the same level as a jungler and the enemy jungler right now, like way ahead of the others. But they are catching up, and we are getting to we are in the mid game now, going towards the late game. So of course, everyone is starting to build up defenses and attack items, and yeah, she'll start getting shredded very soon.
Mm-hmm. Shred is the word.
Go on, Black. Please go on, brother.
Yeah, Shred is the welcome, man. But still, Holy Crystal is like the lifeline right now. Okay, that's the on pause, and we're gonna continue soon. Holy Crystal is like the lifeline right now in terms of shredding. And now we can see Nero. He's gonna have to pull away from that turret now, falling Star Moon defensively and away from that mid lane. Both teams would have to go back now for wave play.
Yeah, Ole Crystal right now is kind of like on demon time. The way he's playing is 1, 2, and 3, although, but I feel like it's the highest farmed on his team. Okay, just after the Nolan, yeah, 6-4. Okay, it looks like there might be an engager. Super Saiyan in the front, just frontlining everything. And looks like they might still be jumping in again. Super Saiyan, what is it doing? He's overestimating himself like the Esmeralda now.
mean, it's the battle of the, sustained heroes once again. Vanis going in, CC now on the chase, Esme there close by, Grok able to block them off, so they can't really push through that wall now, can they? But again, look at the time on the Lord, 70 seconds and counting. So, I mean, if you're either team now, you want to play for that Lord, play a little bit smart, make sure you are waiting for Lord and trying to get in your side first. It's still early though, this is the 11-minute mark, we're going towards 12, and a lot of items have been bought in now by all the players. Vanis now, look at that fight come through, critically low, but he's going to push, confirm the kill. Oh, Linux falls first. That's a very vital pick off. And now look at that kill count. I think at one point in the game it was about 8-2 or so. Now it's 8-6 back. Now it's literally 8-6.
And now Julu, that's a title strike defensively to get even further away. But the mighty swing as well with a tech charge. Shinigami will crumble as they pick off another special migration onto the back line. Kami Levi. He's trying to find one, but only the damage done and not the kill found. Now Fluffy, they don't have the minion waves to push through the mid lane, and the waves, the wave management is the only thing that will save them this time, Sayo.
Yeah, bottom lane though, looks like they will lose their inhibitor turret, but Noland gets there in time. Okay, looks like they might be engaged on the Uranus, and of course he's taken out. Don't underestimate the low knocks here. I mean, if you're a tank, one of the things you have to watch out for, Okay, Holy Crystal is safe, but that will give them the go ahead to take the turtle right now. They have information that Nonal is not near, so no retribution on the side of Fluffy, and yeah, this might be another uncontested Lord. But looks like they're trying to delay though, Carl.
9-7, not really a delay there. Winifred picks it up easily. And Kalia once again being so aggressive. I've got no idea why she's pushing alone. She's done that a couple of times. She's not really been punished yet, but eventually she's gonna have to slow things down. I mean, right now they have a Lord. It's 9-7. Look at the goal count, 39, 36. A 3k difference there, not too much. But I mean, if you're Fluffy though, you start things off really slow, really bad, but you'll be able to pick back things. And look at that fight come to Kalia with a 1 peak off, and that's gonna be Grok now. But they all go in, and Lunas falls first. Right there for perfect. Oh, picks up 3. Oh my God, Kalia still falls, and the damage is done. 2 for 1 trade. 10-9 is where we are, and they're still fighting. My freaking days, this just got close.
It's so close indeed. Super Saiyan now. It's a 1v2. Trying to keep them out of that mid lane as much as they can. They can't afford to let them push, but Nero is still cutting the lanes, and Puki trying his best with a fracture. But can he melt down Nero? Falling Star Moon immobilizes Puki. Is gonna force him to retreat now. Meanwhile, on the other side, Dice and Super Saiyan versus Kami Levi. The mighty swing was it back with a special migration defensively to pull back and get away now. The Yo-Yo Blitz. He is taking a lot of damage. Super Saiyan forced to use the consecration. Meanwhile, Puki fractured defensively. They are still shoving themselves out there and making sure they don't leverage on the waves, Fisayo.
Yeah, Kami Levi right there. Okay. Falling Star Moon onto the back. Yeah, the real manipulation stopped him, but then again, okay, we can see her post to flicker into the back and try to get Nina's Pookie, but it looks like that might be counterproductive and he will fall to that. No, that's Stellar Brilliance out. Nero is still in front trying to survive. Yeah, of course, opposed to dies, and Nero survives. He gets out real good. But Super Saiyan and dies still falling, trying to make sure that he doesn't escape here. They need to be careful though. Okay. Yeah, Blue is back, and yeah, Super Saiyan still going in, trying testing his sustain to the limit, and Dai is just throwing out the item rampants randomly. How?
He's been very aggressive. You do get to see that a lot from tanky players around this. He's literally a god, I think, yeah. So you just have to go and see that come through from a god like him. But I mean, so far so good. 10-10. We are not tied up in terms of kills. We started things up very slow if you're a Fluffy member or a Fluffy fan. But Shinigami now, they started to fall apart here. Look at that current count though. It's still very much in their favor. So ultimately, it's going to come down to just one special load, one special gunfight, one special wipeout. Probably, you know, me and Black, we always get wiped out. It's just the down system and I'm the light system. But we always get wiped out, guys. So if you're Shinigami, you don't want to let that happen to you. You want to do that to Fluffy. And so far at 10-10, and you can see that top there now. Esme versus Nolan. I've got no idea in what war that works, but it's just happening right now, Black.
8 seconds onto that Lord now. Nero still pushing his luck here. 1v4, but the rest of his team thinks otherwise, and they will go down bottom now to that Lord to start that Lord dancing. Kami Levi might be looking for an opening here with that special migration, maybe onto the back line, but now Tsunami Slam brings back Dice, and the room manipulation for the follow up there, and the rampart brings back Joe with the mighty swing, knocks him back. but the low dance is what Shinigami prioritizes. Meanwhile, on the other side, Nero is waiting for Super Saiyan. The title strike again dies. We'll find one. But no, none found rather. The special migration. Can't believe I with the place to do it. And oh, him falls. No, you will fall. You will fall. Can't believe I falls, and now they don't have a jungler anymore. Wow.
Yeah, the Lord might go to Fluffy right now, but it looks like they lose their top base turret, and yeah, they're trying to get Nero right now. I don't think Nero has died at all this match. Yeah, the bro is 4-0-1. I mean, he's taking a lot of damage, but he's also sustaining up real well. I think Rampant is out now. Looks like they're chasing him, but he's just sustaining up from say Super Saiyan's shield and things like that. Big phase as well. I think he's also been monumental here. Although they don't have a lot of CC, but the slows from him has been instrumental in some of these chases, potential chases and things like that. And the first time I saw Joe actually use his ult on Dyke, that is the Grok, I was kind of confused. Like, why would you use your ultimate on a Grok? But then when I saw that they actually baited out his ult, the tectonic charge, the other time, I realized that might actually be their point. Because the last time I saw, I think they were trying to go for okay, yeah, and he managed. Camileva managed to take his red, but yeah, they'll be defending a lot now.
Look at that leak off. Look at that leak of there. They're gonna constantly turret damage comes in. The Swole Lord is trying to break that down. And yes, it's gonna come down. Shinigami for Zemter. You have not lost counts. My life. Cloud comes in. It might be a double. They go. And my God, they might somehow make the comeback through. Look at that base. No freaking way. Fluffy, put down Shinigami, the comeback in grand style. And if you're a Shinigami fan, what? Oh God, I don't even have the words, Black. I don't even have the words. What did I just see there?
That was an amazing comeback. Okay, that was an amazing comeback. But I was stunned for words. Like, I didn't even know what to. That was kind of like why I kept quiet there. I mean, there was the Nina Spooky jumping on Camille there and just like busting his health almost immediately. Then we have Joe actually carrying a Uranus. I don't know. I was trying to analyze him carrying the Grok, but him carrying the Uranus right now seems kind of somehow Black.
Yep. Man, you saw how the Ethan Rampart blocked off Nero.
Yeah, blocked Nero.
Yeah, Nero fell because there was no way out. Nero is like the last, the last threat for Shinigami to tank as much damage and deal as much damage as possible. And when Nero was blocked out and when Nero fell, I knew, the Dominos are stacked against them for this one. Game 1 is done.
Yeah, and they really did well. I mean, the teams on Fluffy, they were losing in the early, but then again, yeah, we can see the result now from, I think, 4-0. We now have 14-10 in terms of kills. But yeah, one of the advantages of having a marksman in your team is that once you have an opportunity, then definitely you can end. But on the side of SGM, although they are higher in terms of they are better in terms of fighting, but just in terms of finishing, I don't think the finish is there.
I don't think so, man. As well. But still, Carl, what are your thoughts on game 1, man? You did not know who Fluffy was, but now I think they've made an impression on you.
Yeah, I mean, I think when I came into the lobby, the first time I asked is, who are we going to be casting for tonight? You said Shinigami and Fluffy, and I did ask you, who the hell is Fluffy, bro? I had no idea who they were, but I think they have made pretty very good impression here. So now I know who they are, and firstly, I want to see what they're gonna do in game 2. If you're Shinigami, you started so well, you got a little bit too cocky with the Esmeralda there. She was controlling how the game was being played. That was very perfect. But at some point, the follow-up needs to be studied. Again, the marksman not being there is one thing to look out for, and they just somehow shot. I don't know what exactly the problem that was. At some point I could say, the Nolan was really overwhelmed rather at the beginning of the game there. But towards the end, you could see Nolan getting double kills, and I was like, finally, I think I'm going to stay quiet, bro. I mean, if I'm going to get into Shinigami, you have to find a way now to settle for that draw. You can't afford to lose 2 back-to-back maps here to Fluffy, who I didn't even know before this evening.
Well, at least now you do, man. But Fisayo, with the turnaround there, what do you think Shinigami can do differently to prevent such turnaround, man?
Number one, probably go for a standard marksman. Yeah, it's all good and all if you have a fighter in the marksman lane, because then again the enemy team has to think twice before ganking them, and you don't have to like put all your eggs in one basket by saying, okay, we'll just try and feed out this marksman so that he can carry us in the late game. Everyone can share the job equally, but the CC was just not it. And when immediately the Claude started ranking up, and we saw that one of the things that actually delayed Fluffy's snowballing was that Nero was actually in control of that lane. He had Uranus by the what's that word again? Like when you toy with someone, he was really toying with the Uranus man. So I think that was one of the things that helped them. But when the Uranus started joining team fight and started getting his items as well, it became sort of an even field. And the presence of an actual marksman on Fluffy's team made that even field uneven and leaning more towards the side of Fluffy. So I think the first thing they should do is probably go for a standard marksman, definitely.
Go for a standard marksman indeed. And man, Fluffy, great comeback. That's exactly what we want to see on the stream. Shinigami, well, you started out well, and unfortunately, you just kind of lost control of the game there. The gold lead tipped against you, the wave lead as well, and Fluffy just rode on that and made sure they ended that in their favor. And now you can end this in a draw. So technically it can be interpreted as a draw and not a loss or a win if you do take this game too. That's gonna be the final game for tonight. But Carl, any expectations so far on Shinigami despite what you've seen?
Before I go into that, I want to give a big shout out to all of you on the stream. And I'm looking at the likes right now. We have 20 likes. If we have 46 on the stream, if you guys could get the likes up to like 30 or 40, that would mean a lot to Mhpl Hub. And also, if you've not subscribed, tap the subscribe button. Big shout out to all of you, and special shout out to Kunz, my guy. I can see you on the chat. Hello, Brisky. But yeah, again, game 2, man. They are now in the draft phase, the picks and bans, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, right now, if you're Shinigami again, Black. Fisayo, you guys, man, you know Shinigami has to win. They can't afford to lose 2-0 here. Again, on paper, they're arguably the team to actually go and win the game right now. And that for very, very popular private words, the one thing people love to is the hero 4. And I mean, if Shinigami lose 2 back-to-back maps, I would also be laughing my head off.
Yep, they do have a. By the way, Shinigami and Astral are the two teams that are undefeated in the tier 1. They have never lost a single game. And Fluffy right here are here to prove something different to us. If they do lose this game, then their record has been officially tainted. But now with the draft, that's where the game starts. As I always tell Fisayo, Yison Shin banned, Uranus banned, Grok banned in the lobby. So you can tell Fluffy are definitely going to have to settle for something else, especially dice. Fisayo.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, if the carry in the last match that was actually a respect ban, that means Fluffy might actually try and go for that carry the first for their first pick. But I doubt they'll go for something that dangerous. Let's see what they go for. Nero picking now. The Xbox is out, the YSS is out, the Uranus is out, and the Hayabusa. Taking his time here. I guess they're discussing something probably, but yeah, what we have 7 seconds and you go for the Sicilian. Yeah, the Sicilian was banned all through last match. The sanguine clause can actually totally mess with your team composition, but looks like Fluffy are not afraid to go up against it this time and they will let it through. And of course, Blue takes it. Of course, Holy Crystal goes for his Claude again. What do you guys think about this? The Claude, and Dice goes for the Kalea this time. If you can't play it, we'll show you how to play it. Something like that, maybe.
Actually, I think that's exactly what she's saying right now. If you can't play Kalia, I'll just go and show you how it's done. But I mean, oh my god, the carry pickup, that's something I really wanted to go and see. A carry versus a Claude. Really too high, very high boss damage marksman. But I mean, if you're a close range to carry, I think if you're a Claude, you might be scared. Vexana pick as well. I've seen a lot of really fancy pictures that I would second. But again, the Riders ban is something we need to go and talk about, Black. It's really, he might have been very quiet the whole early game there, but eventually you can see towards the late game, he was a major problem. And picking out the runners, very, very vital ban.
Thorns remain. Should petals
No doubt indeed, man. Because Shinigami knew that, okay, yeah, Nero had him under control, cutting the lanes, rotating. The pattern was working in the early games. And at the late game, he said, okay, look, this guy is starting to actually bug me. And they said, no, we can't deal with that in game 2. Just ban him so that we can rest. And now Nero might want to go for that Esmeralda again, but I think Esmeralda is banned in the lobby, so you might not go for it again. But I like the fact that they now have the carry on their team. If you know anything about carry, you know that true damage is about to be hit on Fluffy Fisayo.
Yeah, but right now we can see the spell. We have a glimpse of the spell. He's going for the flicker instead of the purify. So if you actually get caught, he might actually get busted and die. But yeah, Super Saiyan locking down the CC here. I think that's kind of enough. I wouldn't say enough because you can't have enough CC definitely, but that's good CC coming from Fluffy right now. You had somebody lock them down with Fasa and the cotton call as well, and Camille trying to go for the Nolan here. Okay, Nero definitely hovering over the Zilong, but we know that's not what he's going to pick. Of course, it goes for the glue, which is another very annoying hero. If this glue actually goes through them, I'll be leaning more towards SDM's draft. I mean, glue is that one hero that you definitely don't want to go against, Black.
It's a problematic one. Nero just has a way of playing these heroes that you just don't want around you. There's Esmeralda is one hero you don't want around you because she just keeps absorbing every shield you generate, and now glue just keeps hitting you and slowing you because that's the passive, the stick. You can just keep slowing the person and it stacks up. That's very annoying. And I don't know why you guys are dragging me in the chat, please. I don't know. Black is dark system. Cow.
Yeah, MG. Guys, we just started the new movement, guys. If you're in the ML Hub stream right now, don't forget to use the hashtag Black is Dark System. Very, very important to use the hashtag. As we are now going into final game of the evening, and I see a lot of fun picks here. I see the I haven't seen Ling in a very long time. He's one hero that that I love to go and be dog shit on by, but I mean Nolan is still a very good substitute there. But I mean, again, the Nolan wasn't really working much that last game, but eventually did pay off towards the late game. But again, if a Nolan doesn't farm properly and somehow they don't get to any point where he actually gets a power spike, it might be very, very bad for him. Like, there's the Cecilia to watch out for. There's a Link. I mean, man, this looks like it's going to be the battle with the assassins and the mages. But well, let's see what happens. CC's still here for sure, and this time no SC other pick. We have a blue and the blue tour. I'm looking forward to see what Fluffy can do against Shinigami this time. And very early pause as we start kickstart things off here for Sire. That was a very early pause.
Yeah, I think I need to mention the Nolan that you mentioned earlier. I think Nolan is good for a composition that actually spreads out. But if you are playing Nolan into a composition that needs you to actually come in, the carry is kind of short range. The Minotaur as well, he needs to get close to you to use his ult. And we have the stick, grab and stuff from the glue as well. They also need you to like come close to them. So playing the Nolan into this kind of heroes, don't you think you're like giving yourself to them on a silver platter, Black?
Yeah, I am seeing the movement in the chats. We don't know. They do well. We're done. Carl like an MG. We're done. Driving the movement.
Carl did that.
Yeah,
so yeah.
They are driving the movement against me right now. And Xenos is trying to fight for me. Thank you, man. Thank you, Bruski. Thank you.
Yeah, Xenos, bro. Xenos, I can't believe you do that to us, man. But again, I want to go to a few comments here, and I see Dr. Fate says Nolan again, back it up. I mean, and then I see Dr. Fate says Link to get a maniac. Even see, guys, let me tell you, even if it was 5 blacks playing or Fluffy right now, you will not get the maniac. I know Black is dark system, yeah, but he will let Link get that maniac. So imagine it's not actual human beings that are not dark system. Come on, man. Come on. I don't think that's a very likely thing to happen. But yeah, we are going to find out as we currently are going to be exhausting that pause with you. So if you're Shinigami again, don't forget you lost the very first game. You can't afford to lose too. If you're Fluffy, the comeback, you have the morale in your favor right now. The ball is in your court. Close things off here on a perfect 2-0 and write your names down in history as not just the first team to beat Shinigami in this event, but the first team to 2-0 them, not even letting them get a single freaking map. Fisayo, I don't think it gets any better than that, man.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, morale is on their side right now. So of course, we might see a bloody match. We like to call it a bloody match, where kills will just be flying on both sides and stuff like that. But yeah, we are back into the game, and Kamileva is starting on the red, and looks like his rotation might be ending on the gold lane.
Mm-hmm. Rotation's gonna end on the gold lane now, and someone is asking of Bambi. Yeah, she took a leave right now, and you will be hearing from her after the mid-season. But then down bottom on the EXP lane, we have seen Nero do what he does best, just making sure he puts himself out there. Super Saiyan this time has the hero to punish him in the early game. Super Saiyan on the CC with that Yo-Yo Blitz, but up top, big face. He's able to get away though. That's an early skirmish for that lethal. Nothing unusual here, Carl.
Yeah, to start things up, Kalia now again. We did see aggressive Kalia in the first game, and now she's doing exactly what the older Kalia did. But in her own style, look at that mid-map, faster, a lot of damage dealt, but the Kyo's not going to get found. And, you know, just look at the bottom lane as well. CC and Glue are having a go at theirs, and CC, a lot of damage being done. Glue able to now he escaped that one. And this time, you know, the last time we saw these two players, Nero was the one controlling Super Saiyan's lane, and now Super Saiyan says, "Oh, well, it's my turn, bro. Turn by turn." Everybody has a turn in life, and now it's the tables have finally turned to my side. And well, so far so good. Just all about farming right now. We'll see who's gonna get the gold first in the FE here for Fixture.
Yeah, okay, we can see the Nolan is down here now. They might be trying to get a kill, maybe, but that's an engage just to try and get the farm up a bit. In the mid lane, the Sicilian Dice is just with big face here, not trying to let him go. That's why he's on level 2 right now. You know, since they changed the rotation. Okay, they might be waiting for Kessie here. I think he knows. No, he doesn't. Okay, jump on. Yeah, just giving vision rotation. They might jump on Sicilian here. I mean, should be careful. Blue, look at my job. Okay, no, he is safe as well. And Kamileva is already around the turtle. Everyone is setting up for the turtle, black. Nothing much going on.
Just slightly desperate attempts there from Super Saiyan. That's split the team fighting to 2, and now the turtle now half HP. They will have to reset it to Nero. Is out there. That's the slam with the pass and trying to find one person to use the grab on, but no one is being found. But then that's gonna be the dive now with the Defiant Sword. Pookie out of there. Feather Striker as well. Committed blitzing to wet. Only Crystal is into the backline. That's a 2-man stone, and the grab with a flicker out. Dice knows what to do. But that turtle being taken by Holy Crystal, but at the cost of their jungler. Pookie falls, and now an eBay Super Saiyan, the Yo-Yo Blitz is there. Is trying to zone out Kamileva, and yes, he does. Well, bounce out of the way, but man, how somehow Fluffy still did not surrender and push away. They still took it. It's still something I still don't understand, Carl.
I mean, the fact that Glue did not die there makes no sense, but he did not die. I'm trying to tell you that. And Kalia is now the perfect. Oh, it's into the turret! He should have just recalled, man. He should have found a place to go record there. But I mean, now things are back on par once again. 1-1. Fluffy get a kill, Shinigami get a kill. And if you're CC again, you're just controlling that lane so far. It's been like it's yours the whole time. Look at the goal as well. 8-6, 8-2. Literally no much outfound by any side. Look at that mid lane fight about to come to Muno, so keeping Kalia away from Sicilian for sure. And we haven't seen any action from our two marksmen. They've just been, this has been a very friendly exchange of tea and bread, and they've just been quiet. But now we see Farsa and Kalia making that move all the way towards top lane now, but I don't think they want to come into a fight. Kawi playing that very safe. She doesn't want to overextend. She's sensing a little setup coming through, and the very smart thing to now do is play behind that bush. And I mean, this is perfect, guys. Nobody's overextending. Nobody's playing like Black Matter.
Okay, that's nice. But looks like they might still trying to get something from post to here at the top. They seem to be camping. They don't want to leave here. I don't think they are wasting too much time here, but they don't seem to think so. Maybe trying to get they can at least Kamileva takes out Super Saiyan down bot. And they will disperse. I think they realize that they've wasted enough time here, and that gave Kamileva enough time to take out their own EXP laner. But yeah, they will be in the mid lane trying to take out the Sicilian. So far, the Sicilian has been farming real good, and I don't think this bodes well for Fluffy, Carl.
It doesn't. You don't want to let Sicilian get those stacks up, I promise you. He literally one-taps tanks at one point in the game. You don't want to let that happen. But now they're going for a total fight here. Glue living the EXP lane. Did clear it first. Came here now. Kalia going to back that down. They're going to start total. Lingus close by Northern. And CC are going to get that call out fast as well coming into now. And this might be a very deadly fight. It might be a 5v5. Kari's not coming in for the help. So this might be a fluffy total. Carry doesn't come in through. Nolan goes in, almost takes out Mino. CC goes as well. Yes, they do, and Mino falls. First kill found. And okay, this is looking very good now. Carry has to back that down. Toto, Ling, very critically low. Who's going to get him? He's still fighting. Not the best thing to do. Cloud comes in. He's not going to find the value there. But the Toto's going to go. Oh, Carry steals it somehow. And what in God's name was that exchange?
Yep, the double kill now found there. An unofficial double, but they are not done. Shinigami still want to push the advantage and take out that tier 1. Nero's there, Apostle's there, Blue is there. Holy Crystal forced to use the BMI defensively, but that tier 1 might not be defended by him. He's there. He has to forfeit it. He has to forfeit it. You cannot take 3 members on alone. Not while Kessie isn't anywhere close and dies. Meanwhile, they might be going for an invade here, Fisayo.
Yeah, indeed. The Nolan right now is definitely struggling. You remember what I mentioned earlier about him having to dive in, and these heroes on Shinigami's side actually need you to dive in. So if you go in without too much, without 1 or 2 supports, you are definitely going to end up, back in base. But yeah, everybody just back to farming their things right now. They are trying to protect their jungler, trying to get him to farm up faster since he has lost on this farm. And Sicilian here just, doing his thing, stacking up. And of course, the carrier as well is in a good position, 1-0-1. And okay, Holy Crystal is still on 0-0-0. So I think there should be a bit of a gold gap there. So based overall, Shinigami is in a better side right now. We might be seeing a 1v1 from the junglers here. Yeah, the family Levi definitely knows how to play that, and it looks like he might be going for revenge. Of course, Brian Claw catches him. He goes in with the defiance up, but yeah, of course, he will go back out. Okay, the Feather Death Strike out now. Super Saiyan, Cutting Call out. Minoan Fury, the healing, of course, bringing them back. Camille Levi shot down. Super Saiyan shot down Camille Levi rather. Okay, light speed we won't catch anyone. Then everyone will disperse, but Camille Levi has like 13 seconds to come back, while this Tortu will be up in like 5 seconds or so. Looks like it might be an uncontested Tortu for Fluffy here, Black.
Very interesting one, that engagement there. But now Nero is going in, Carl.
Again, look at this. Nolan, we did see Nolan have a very bad start last game. Did it eventually pick up form? And he's having I think even a water start this time around. He's on the 0-2-2 mark. That cannot be good. Ling so far has had the better start, 3-1. If you're Nolan, you have to make sure you find a way to farm eventually and try to bring things back onto par. But again, right now, Fluffy are starting on the back foot. 5-3 is where they are. The Gottlieb there by roughly 300 to 400 gold. So Shinigami have the upper hand once again. If you're Fluffy, you've been here before, you have played these games before, so it's nothing new. You're just looking for that little mistake or whatever the Shinigami are going to come through with, and they are going to find their way back in this one. But I mean, right now, if you're Shinigami, you're looking good, but you've been here before. Don't make that same mistake happen, Fisayo.
Yeah, like you said, both sides have been here before, so they definitely can't afford to make any mistakes right now. Both Turtles are gone now, so we are definitely heading into the late game where every move matters. And yeah, it might be a 3-on-1. Opposed to just sitting there. Okay, since he knows it, he might want to go for the engage, but yeah, of course, the BMI is there for him to escape. But yeah, all the teams just back to their doing their farming now, Black.
Now Nero now might be on to Pookie here, might be on to something here. The slam with the maximum stick stacks. That was a perfect chance for the grab, but then no follow-up will be the situation if he had done that, and the wave clears will be what they prioritize. But now Apostle might run into Joe. There's the title strike there with the slam, brings the back, signals the initiation, places the weapon to the back line with the Minoan Fury. Kessie falls, Pookie finds him, and that signals the retreat for Shinigami. They will not test Fluffy because this was exactly the turning point in game 1, and they don't want to risk it now.
My God, things start to look good once again. Nolan goes in. Sicilian, very bad sport. Kalia puts him down. And now Kari, she might go in for a double. She's going to get caught off guard by Cici. And she's going to fall. My God, look at the damage come through. Kalia claims 1-4. Glue did find the kill first, though. Kalia's going to fall. Now the chase on Nolan, but I don't think that's the best call to go and make. Cici now sees him as well. And it's a 2v2 Ling. Also farming the blue box. Nolan goes in the still that. But Glue picks up the one man. But Nolan able to escape that one barely. Now he's in a very bad spot. He might fall himself. And I think the answer's going to be a massive catastrophe. yes. As now they go in 3, they'll glue the sustain somehow. Nolan fights one. Claw takes out Minotaur. And if you're Fluffy, the game has turned around once more. 7 and 8 is where we currently are. And the got me now in terms of Fluffy. I don't know what is happening to Sayo. We are reliving the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, like we're reliving it, like you said. I mean, it's like they're forcing them to make these mistakes. But the thing is, they are doing it so clearly that even I can't exactly figure out where the thing is going. Okay, Tsunami slam onto the lane, but we use the divine sword to get out of there. And it will retreat safely. And then Spooky get the Lord effortlessly, and the lane will just go back to farming. Carl. That was just somehow the way Fluffy is playing right now. I feel like they are forcing SGM to make a mistake, and we can see Super Saiyan definitely going back for housekeeping. Might jump on Apostle here, and definitely Apostle is going to fall. Yeah, of course he falls, and that just makes the defense a bit harder for them, doesn't it?
This is just, I mean, I'm kind of losing words because Shinigami, they start very well. You start to wonder where the mistakes are coming from. But again, I think I like what you said there. Fluffy are forcing them to make mistakes, then they go and bank attack, and that's exactly what's happening so far. If you're Shinigami, eventually you just find a way to close off those guards, those little bridges somewhere, close them off. And look at Link and Nolan there. Fast goes by. The CC did take one. Yo, Link! I don't know how he killed that man, but that was absolutely flawless. And now Glue Guy said, why catch one player off guard? He's gonna have to back it down. 8 and 10, where we currently are. This Link is actually better than Black Matter. You know, again, as usual, Sha. Black.
Perfect for the Viant Sword pickup. And you can tell that Kamiliva is not new to the sling. But meanwhile, pass to the slam. There's the snappy slam to bring him back. But Dice is going to have to pay with that one with his life. And that is exactly why when you have been picked up by the glue in the midst of your teammates, do not use resources. They will just go to waste. A flicker and an ultimate committed. But still, hey, nothing special. 85 seconds to that Lord Fisaya.
Yeah, it's 5 seconds to that Lord, and of course, Dice will be back before that time. But the Sicilian, I feel like, is starting to scale up now. So you just need to protect the Sicilian and the carry. And we can see the link up there doing what the link is supposed to do normally, abuse that movement, the mobility that you have, of course. So try and abuse it. Same thing, the same way you do on the YSS, the link, or the Fanny. But yeah, just making sure the waves are in their favor for this lot take.
My God, it's 44 on the clock, and there's a lot of times still to lot spawns, and eventually Ling and CC on that bottom lane. I don't think that's a 1v1 that's wise enough to go and take, but I mean, the Ling is really good, so if it works, it works. I don't know how to do that though. The CC is going to take a lot of HP off from him, so the Oracle now purchased by Kalia as well. You can look at that feed to see what they've brought in, but now look at that. There's a lot of fights about to happen. None goes in. Oh my God, the bus. Sicilian falls, vital kill, and this is now a 5v4. If you're Shinigami, you have to go and back it down. You can't take that fight. Mind you, the Lord is about to spawn in. 13 on the clock, and we are going to have the Lord battle. But right now, if you're Fluffy, you've got the advantage. You've got more players. You've got a jungle there. Look at Link critically low. Has to back it down as well. Glue goes in. I've got no idea why, but it might still work. You know, the man critically low, and Glue's going to steal that kill. Gary takes the kill there. Kalia falls. It's a 4v4. It's now Lord spawns in, and looks like Fluffy are going straight into that Lolly at this time.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll be okay. Yeah, that's Cassie down again. I don't think they'll be able to take the Lord though. I mean, Holy Crystal is kind of scaled up now. Carry in the back line, just doing his thing. Yeah, of course they will. If they don't want to keep dropping bodies and feeding the enemy team, they need to retreat back there. I mean, they left the carry there. There's probably sort of a miscommunication. They didn't know the carry was going to engage. But look at here. Looks like they might take out. Of course, he's out. They might take out the Sicilian again. And he's out, of course. Then Kamiliva shuts down Super Saiyan. Holy Crystal maintain the Yeah, that's Holy Crystal for you. This is the late game. We're in the Claude's playing field right now. And that's 4 people down because they're supposed to be back in 3 seconds. This defense, I don't think they'll be able to defend. They will lose at least maybe 1 or 2 inhibitors, maybe.
And then might lose 1 or 2 turrets now. Wings by wings from Big Face. He's trying to go for that energy impact storm with the cost of Crow. But now the Lord is pushing against that siege. Holy Crystal is there. Fernandez strike. Kessie is low with a flicker. Fernandez strike one more time. The Lord is pushing their base. And they have broken the record. Shinigami is defeated by Fluffy in a 2-0 fashion. Tier 1 teams. Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen indeed. I mean, the way they played was just kind of flawless. I mean, I don't think I can see any error in what Fluffy played actually. And Shinigami, they actually played well, but just seems like their well was not enough. Cow. I mean, did you notice anything?
I mean, I'm just gonna come out and say my mind there. The one thing I noticed here, it's more like I want to relate this to Codem a bit from aloud, where you tend to let the opponent start well. You start to learn what they're doing. You get a little bit of their tactics, the strategy, and then you go in for a full-on counter. So that's exactly what Fluffy did. Shinigami, they start well. They dictate how the game goes in the early game there. And while they're doing that, Fluffy's observing. They see, oh, this is what the Sicilian does. This is what the Link does. This is how he gets his kills. This is how he moves. And they find a way to go and counter that. And eventually, towards the mid to late game, Fluffy initiated a full-on counter and they shut down the Vital players and they go and get the win. I mean, that is exactly how you play like T1. Perfection is the word, yeah. And the Fluffy are the perfectionists because they are going to shut down the undefeated in a 2-0 fashion, like Black Matter said. Not a single map won. And this is history we have just witnessed here, Black.
History being witnessed, guys. And yeah, it's tier 1. If of course you'd expect situations, lineages, history, generations, everything being broken and history being changed. And now Astral stands as the only team in tier 1 that has not lost a single game in the Mhpl. They are the only ones, number 1 on the tier 1 board, undefeated and standing alone. Shinigami record has been broken. Big ups to Fluffy, big ups to Shinigami for their performances tonight. Of course, shout out to you guys in the stream for watching this happen. Shout out to Stark in the background producer, also for bringing the stream to us, the video quality. Shout out to Carl, and much appreciation for him joining us tonight. Shout out to Fisaya as well for casting the 2 games, and shout out to myself for casting the games to you guys. Any final words from the both of you before we close the stream for tonight?
Yeah, GG's to both sides. Shinigami, your streak has been broken. Definitely hold on. Some players on Astra's side, I'm sure Astras now will be looking to be the only team to kind of finish the tournament undefeated. But yeah, we will see after the break, I guess. I think we are going on the break now. So nice game, everyone, and we'll see you after the break.
Yep. We'll see you guys after the break. How about you, Carl? Any final words?
I just want to say thank you guys for having me here. I enjoyed the casting. I enjoyed the gameplay itself. I enjoyed the upsets. That's one thing I love to go and see. I'm a man of violence. I love to witness violence. I don't like to partake in it though, but I'm very excited to have been hosted by Mhpl. So yeah, we are going to see you guys when the league resumes. Big shout out to all of you that did watch, and we are going to see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.
Yep, this is the last game before the mid-season, guys. So after this game, this is gonna be the mid-season. We're not gonna have any stream until 26th. That's around 10 days from now. So with the long break, do the player changes and whatever your team needs to do. And in the meantime, good luck on your rank matches. Good luck on your practice sessions. The casters will be taking a short break, and that's gonna be everything from us to you tonight. With that being said, good night. Okay, production. I want to believe that we're no longer live. All right, man. All right, man. Thanks.
Mhpl